Lovely to have you with us, and a very, very warm welcome to Scottie McCLUE. We are, of course, live on the big one. Excellent stuff. Good evening. If you've just joined us, welcome on YouTube, welcome on LinkedIn, welcome on Twitch, and of course, welcome on Facebook. So lovely to have you with us, and a big warm welcome to our beautiful TikTokers who we've actually seen quite recently, and now you're back with us as well. So it's win-win. It's joy all round. Scottie McCLUE with a 9 o'clock pop-up phone-in just for you across the internet. Now you decide how much you want to talk. You decide how much you want to join us. Always lovely to have you with us. And we'll just make sure that everything is set up properly for you. Fantastic stuff. And there's our first caller of the night. How amazing is that? Dinky do. Lovely to have you with us. Oops, don't know what's going on here. Hello, you're live on Scottie's phone in, Dinky do.
Dinky do, Scottie.
Scar Glenn, how clever are you? You're spot on tonight. Glenn,
I'm at first one.
you're first on tonight, La. And I've just done a TikTok live. I've done a live Twitch to tell everybody to come and join us and follow us on Twitch, Scottie_McCLUE. And here you are first on the phone in.
Nice one.
Hey?
I was doing the research on Malcolm Ebden, Scottie. He's from Cheshire.
Yes.
It's Manchester End, isn't it?
Manchester End, absolutely. Yes, indeed.
Chester, yeah. Like you said, he did some theatre in Scarborough.
Yes, absolutely. He was a director. So he's originally a Hebden man. Is that right? No, sorry, he's originally a Manchester man. Yes.
Chester, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And then over to do some work at the theatre at Scarborough.
Yeah, definitely. He's I'm a big fan of his anyway.
Fantastic, absolutely, Glenn. All these wonderful people. We've had so many great actors over the piece, you know.
I mean, look at Bill Owen.
Oh, Bill Owen. I mean, do you know, I remember a lovely story, and it was Bill Owen's family that told it, I think. They were sitting with them one night watching a movie, and they said, this is a great movie, this, you know, and then suddenly Bill goes, hang on a minute, I think I'm in this.
A lot of these actors obviously started off as childhood actors, didn't they?
Started off as
child actors.
Yes, a lot of them were child actors. And I'll tell you, another one I saw recently on social media was Sam Kidd. Do you remember Sam?
Yeah.
Tremendous.
I do remember him, yeah.
Yep, and his son's on social media putting stuff about his dad. And his dad was a great actor. And there was a picture of him and William Hartnell. And they were in William Hartnell, and they were in the story, the Yangtze incident, the story about the HMS Amethyst stuck up the Yangtze River.
And Peter Sallis.
Yeah, Peter Sallis, another great guy. Yes. And also Frank Thornton that played Captain Peacock in Are You Being Served? Yeah. And he was in Last at Summer Wine.
The one who always chasing after his son, the debt collector. Christopher Benny, I think they called him.
All right, I can't remember all the details, but it was just great stuff. Yeah. And I had a chat to the one that played the lady that Howard was always chasing.
Oh, well, yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, she's fantastic. And also Barry, the son-in-law.
Yeah.
And they were at the Chuck Wagon. They were filming, and I said, can I just say thanks for all pleasure you've brought us, you know?
Yeah, like I said, there's a lot that have crossed the border, isn't there, until Last at Summer Wine. There's a massive cast.
Oh, huge cast. And of course, I think also, typical South Yorkshire, people just adored the scenery, you know, around Holmfirth and all that.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And it is absolutely stunning. I used to drive it morning, noon, and night, you know. I mean, very often I'd finish in Sheffield on a Thursday night and drive to Scotland.
Yeah.
You know, and I would be passing, and I passed, what I can tell you, Glenn, I passed all the ITV transmitters. So I would, you know, Ilkley Moor, yep, and then over to Winter Hill, Granada, and then up to Colbeck, Border Television. Then I'd see Black Hill from Scottish Television.
Nice one.
Beautiful. And I don't know, see at night, Glenn, there's something that beckons me about transmitters. And I think maybe this is one of the reasons I work in the media, because I just love the concept of getting out there, you know?
You're seeing the sights, are you?
Well, you're seeing the sights. And I mean, I was part of the early crowd that wished the nation good night and God bless, you know?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, with the national anthem and all that.
We used to put on national anthem. Do you think we should still do that?
I think that'd be a good tone, actually. Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to put that out as a subject. Should we have the national anthem? Well, the television stations don't close down the same, you see.
Remember test card?
But should test card, yeah. Do you remember Interlude?
Yeah.
Do you remember Potter's Wheel?
I do, yeah.
Did you ever see, as a kiddie, did you ever see Watch with Mother?
I caught up with him in 90s, you know, on VHS.
Yeah.
Andy Pandy and all that.
Andy Pandy. Well, I'll tell you how it went. It was all called Watch with Mother. The television, there was only BBC television. That was it. There was none of your BBC Two around. So it would start off, BBC television would open up at lunchtime. And I think you got a lunchtime news. And then it was Watch with Mother. And Watch with Mother, on a Monday, you had Picture Book, because it was very basic television. Then on a Tuesday, you had Andy Pandy and Libby Lou and Teddy. Then on a Wednesday, it was Bill and Ben, Flower Pot Men. Whoopty pop, slub dub dub. And then, that's it. And then, Thursday were Ragtag and Bobtail.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, three little animals. I think one was there a rabbit and...
like a mule kind of thing.
No, that was Muffin the Mule.
Oh, Muffin the Mule.
Yeah, that was... Now, see the lady that did Muffin the Mule? That was Annette Mills.
Oh, yeah.
And she was the sister of Sir John Mills, you know, the great actor.
Brilliant.
Yeah. So that was Annette Mills with Muffin the Mule. And then, but you didn't have, that wasn't part of Watch with Mother. That was earlier. That was in, I think, 1950s, 55.
Was that before Watch with Mother then?
Yeah. And Watch with Mother, Thursday, Ragtag and Bobtail. Friday, your old friends, the Wooden Tops.
Yeah, brilliant. With Babby and that.
Yeah, there was Babby and Sam the gardener. And
the older brother and sister.
Yeah, the older brother and sister, and Spotty Dog.
Yeah.
Was there a sister and two twins?
Yeah, there were. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Spotty Dog and Sam that helped Daddy in the garden.
Brilliant stuff. I mean, it's just archives, and even if you weren't born in them days, you can just admire it for what it was, can't you?
Yeah, you can still see it on YouTube and stuff like that. You know, it's fantastic.
I was watching listening to some of your calls earlier. From past phone-ins from.
All right.
You had some right screams with some of these guys.
YouTube.
Oh, absolutely brilliant.
Mr. Martin.
The other one, the man who couldn't stop laughing all the time.
What was he like? Rob from Southport.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, and you were in stitches. Have you come to the point? Yeah, and all this like. You were like, oh my God.
Glenn, you didn't hear this, and I don't think at Hallam, but I've got to tell you a beauty. And it just was by accident. This old lad rings one night, right? Ex-miner. So I'm like giving him a bit of the wind up, you know, and said, oh, you'll be raking it in these days with white knuckle finger and all that. You see? Yeah. And he goes, no, I don't get out, Scotty. I don't get out. I said, hang on, are you serious? I said, you don't get a pension. You should have a pension. No, I don't get out. I don't get out, lad. I said, well, wait a minute. Hang on. I says, I'll give you a number to ring. Tell them you've been talking to Scottie McCLUE. Just a bit of chat, you know. I says, tell them you've been talking to Scottie McCLUE off Century Radio. I said, and that you know, you'd like to discuss your pension. Oh, no, they won't. No, just do what I'm telling them. So anyway, it comes on next day, Glenn. He goes, I don't know where to start. I says, what do you want, Tom, or whatever it was, you see? He goes, no, I can't thank you. I said, thank me for what? I said, you don't have to thank me. He'd gone on to Pension Line, the old Miners Helpline at the time. they'd given him £140 a week backdated for 3 months.
Nice one.
So he were right over the moon, you know, but I couldn't get him off phone. He would phone every night. I don't know how to thank them.
I mean, I love that one though, when that woman would go in on about something and you would say, you kept on going like this.
I just fell asleep on him.
This woman, she was just going like this. She was just whispering on about all sorts of nonsense, and he was like,
just fell asleep.
I just fell asleep for a couple of hours.
How long have I been out, everybody?
There's loads of, there's a lot on YouTube though, Scottie. You've got.
Listen, there's an absolute treasury on there, Glenn. Do you know what I mean? It probably won't be fully appreciated till I'm no longer here, you know.
The Mr. Martin one.
Mr. Martin's a beauty. And Susie.
Yeah, Susie Poosie, yeah.
Susie Poosie, very woozy.
The second one was the best one, I think.
You cut off, and you've had it. Oh, well, I've had it, love.
Can I speak to your superior?
You put me through to your superior. There's no superior, love. Canteen shuts at 10. I'm not talking about a canteen.
I've got duty officer and all that.
You're going to be hauled over the coals.
Officer with stripes.
Yeah, stars and stripes.
Oh, brilliant stuff. I just, like I said, I can't reiterate enough. I'd love some of them mob callers to come back on.
Well, they might well do, you see, once they get a hang of this, actually. People are a little bit shy at first, and then once they realise they can come on, they'll come on.
Yeah, definitely.
And Glenn, we've also got to get it out there. I mean, you've got to remember we're a couple of weeks old at most.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Yet, you know, everybody's not going to find it. Rome wasn't built in a day. You see, the problem you've got with a phone-in like this, phone-in's cracking, but there's so much media out there. They're watching the tellies, they're listening to radios, the kids have got their own music, they're getting all that, you know. And then they don't even know this exists. Or they go, oh, if I'd known about that, I'd have loved that. Whereas in nowadays, radio, everybody were listening to radio anyway.
That went number one. They went as many channels as they are.
Well, you look, when you were brought up, Hallam FM, Radio Hallam.
Magic.
Massive. Magic Radio. Massive.
Red Rose.
Red Rose Radio, Lancashire.
Yeah, Nation in Scotland.
Nation of Scotland. Huge radio stations. Do you see what I mean? So people know they're out there. You can get them in the car.
But everything's linked to you, Scottie, isn't it?
You know, well, it comes back, you know, I've always said whoever's got McCLUE's got market.
Exactly. you're a good, Scottie, you're a good entertainer, to be honest.
Well, I don't know about that, but people seem to like what we do.
Don't you think so?
Well, people like what we do.
The controversial stuff back in there.
Well, we're going to do a bit more of it, I'll tell you that, Glenn.
Cheeky chappy back in there.
Very cheeky chappy.
With gloves and glasses on.
Somebody said to me one day, I remember in Yorkshire, they said, is that controversial, lad, off radio? He says, it is very, very controversial.
I think you've mellowed there.
Well, of course you have to.
Yeah, I think you've mellowed since back in 90s anyway, definitely.
Well, you've got to remember, I mean, I've been doing this for 30 years.
Yeah.
Do you know? Anyway, I better dash, lad, or they'll all be doing the knot.
They'll be whinging, won't they?
We'll only get 4 calls on in the night. I'll see they love.
Take it easy, Dinky Doo, Sky, love ya.
Dinky Doo, love ya. There we are. That's it. That's our Glenn from South Yorkshire. On for a bit of chit-chat now. What have we got here on the TikTok? I liked Bill, one of the 3 who liked the other lady. Can't remember her name. Little Weed Stewart. Yes. So what happened? Hamza, we had to go to another place. Rainbow and Pitkins, you're taking me back to your childhood. You cut me off our last convo on Scott FM. What I was going to say, you're getting a slap, you upstart. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
It's unknown.
Unknown, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's just been a while, so I thought I'd phone in, see how the phone-in's been going on.
It's been too long. The phone-in is outstanding. I am so chuffed. We've been going a fortnight. Huge radio stations can't get anybody to call them. And everybody's calling Scottie McCLUE on the internet.
Well, whoever has McCLUE has the market.
Whoever has McCLUE has the market.
Yeah, and everyone on TikTok and Twitch, and all the platforms have you, so the radio just can't get hold of you. You're that good over on here.
The radio can't get hold of. Can I let you into a little secret? Can I let you into a secret? Because I know what you journalists are like. I know I can trust you.
Okay, go on.
2 offers to go back on the radio since we started doing this.
Ooh.
What about that then?
That's good. It's very, very good news.
But I'm in 2 minds because I think a little bit like when they were working out how to go through the sound barrier, and remember they were losing pilots and aircraft in crashes. And then the guy suddenly put the controls the opposite way to what you'd think, and he pulled out of the dive.
Oh, Scotty, well, I'm very glad that the phone-in's going well, and have you had any justice?
And the reason I'm telling you that story is I sometimes think, are we better just now we've started just building this and building?
Yes, the sooner you build, the sooner you can get merch out and you can have TikTok famous.
You see? But you see, your problem with communications people, they're thinking he's not having that to himself. That's Scottie McCLUE phone in. We want that.
Yeah, so I see what you mean, Scotty, and it's been a success from the very start, from the rehearsals to now.
From the very first night we went on, good people like yourself coming and joining us.
Oh, thank you. Yes, it's these like-minded, intelligent people.
All intelligent.
And don't go down the Swanee, because we send everyone else who are trolls down the Swanee because it's what they deserve. If you don't have any intelligence, if you are there to troll, no one trolls Scotty and gets away with it. You can try, but it won't happen.
It won't happen. Can I just interrupt you a second there, Unknown? We've got Last of the Summer Wine used to be on here in New Zealand back in the day. So I've got Stuart on TikTok from New Zealand. Love your hat, says Gary. Cheesecake or carrot cake? Both. Rainbow and Pipkins. You're taking me back to my childhood. I liked all that. Yes, Parsley the Lion. You cut me off, so you're getting a slap. McCLUE, Scotty boy, Celtic or Rangers. Go and see them both play. Sean, this man loves himself. Look at the portraits behind him. He only cares for himself. Chappie. Shall we send Chappie down the Swanee? No, we leave him. Chappie, these portraits were presents, so don't start checking up. Chappie's judging people like himself. He knows he's only interested in himself. There you go, Chappie, 1, 2, 3. There we are. Yellow Black, we'll send you down the Swanee. I'm just going to send them down the Swanee. Bear with me. Just going to send these guys down the Swanee. Lovely. Down the Swanee. There it goes, one away. And we'll send the other way in a minute. There we are. Keep being your own boss, Scotty. Few people needing put down the Swanee, Scotty boy, says Ryan. You can control your content. Stuart, you're quite right. So there we are. We can control our content. Now then, Unknown, sorry to interrupt you there. I just had to do a bit of housekeeping.
No, I understand that.
What are you thinking of the phone in yourself? How's it looking from your point of view?
I think it's very interactive, very good, multi-platform, so everyone can join in. There's not an excuse not to be on there.
No. And I mean, I've got 10,000 people at LinkedIn. We went live on LinkedIn last night. You'll probably only get it if you're actually, on at the time. But it will eventually, once people know it's there, I'm happy. Whether they choose to come and join us for a few minutes, for the whole program, it doesn't actually matter as long as they enjoy it.
But this is something big, and the sooner people realise and join, the sooner it will blow up and they will be there before everyone else.
Yes, they'll have been there. I remember being from the start. And what I love about it, Joe says, New Zealand, you're a long way from home. He's live on TikTok from New Zealand right now.
Wow.
I love it. They're all saying, Ryan shouting, doing the Swanee with them. Good evening, young man. Where are you from, big man? Where is the Swanee, Scotty? What's it like in there? The sway down upon the Swanee River.
I thought Dingley Dell.
Dingley Dell, absolutely. Yes, indeed. Unknown. I'm going to dash on, but hopefully we will have many more chats.
Of course. Just checking in, see how you were today, and I'll be back later.
Yes, and tell Wonky I'm asking for him.
I will do.
Absolutely, and Dinky do.
Take care, Dinky do.
See you, Lala. Thank you. There we are. That's it. Our wonderful guys there. Tremendous stuff. Now, What do we got here? Good evening, Scottie, says Andy McCrory. Dinky Doo, says Professor Numpty. Hi, Scottie. Hi, Scottie, says Nino. Hello, Nino. Lovely to have you with us. Back by popular demand, says Scott. Scottie, what do you make of Boris? My father loves The Last of the Summer Wine, Dad's Army, all the great British comedy. Here we go. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
It's Ian, good in gospel. Just want to say to Scottie, the radio programme is brilliant and dinky dooty, Scottie.
Ian, how lovely to hear from you. See, when we had yourself and your missus on that Saturday, that was a huge highlight.
It certainly was, Scottie, because you are the Lord and the King of the internet now.
Top man, you are a top man, Ian, I think you.
You are a top man yourself, Scottie. The topics tonight, I don't know what the viewers are going to phone in for.
Well,
have you any idea of yourself, Scottie?
Well, we never do. Somebody once said to me, Ian, I love your show. You must do a tremendous amount of preparation. I said, I don't do a single thing. And they said, how not? I said, because you can't, because you don't know what's coming next.
That is correct, Scottie. It's the listeners that make your show, but also you control your show, Scottie, because you, and only you only, there is only one Scottie McCLUE at Dinky Doo.
Dinky Doo. And Ian, what I'm thinking and doing now, because this has been such a success from the off, I think what we might do is not go back on the radio, just do it on here.
Oh, it's a brilliant idea, Scottie.
You know?
It travels all over the world, not just
Yes.
European, Scottie. You are internationally known now.
We're in Australia, New Zealand, America, huge in America.
Yes, as you should be, Scottie, as you should be. You should be, you are lord of the airwaves, lord of the internet. There is no holding you back.
Top man.
Sooner or later, Scottie, we will be in outer space.
We'll be in outer space. We'll be in the stratosphere and we'll have the Martians on for a chat.
Oh, that would be a laugh, Scottie.
Eh?
We Martian people, that would be a hoot.
Can you imagine coming off that saying, did anybody understand a word of that?
Probably not, Scottie.
And somebody phoning up and going, aye, I speak Martian, Scottie.
Aye, they've not got a clue. They're going up the Swanee.
Up the Swanee with the Micey.
Listen, are we back to enjoy your show? Have a good evening.
No bother.
Scottie.
Thanks for joining us, Ian. Love to Gosport.
I will do, pal.
Dinky Doo. Dinky Doo, la. How fantastic. That's Ian. Ian is in Gosport down at Portsmouth. And his good lady and him came on one night. They love the YouTube stuff. It's all about the Scottish banter. I've got to go and make breakfast. Have to love you and leave you, Scottie. Dinky Doo from your fan, Stu. Stuart, thank you for joining us and for all your quality chat tonight. We all love an unknown colour. Lol, I speak Glaswegian. Follow us. As soon as you come on TikTok, please follow. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow me on Twitch. Very, very important. So TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, get following and join us on Facebook Live as well and LinkedIn. There we are. Dinky Doo, Scottie. Hope you're well, says Kevin. Hi, Scottie, says the wonderful Susan Shaw. My father loves The Last of the Summer Wine, Dad's Army, and all the great British comedy. A TV/FM transmitter in North Yorkshire caught fire last month. Took them weeks to get it up and running again. Professor Numpty, I didn't hear that. Susan, are you all good, Sister San? Yes, great chat, guys. Andy Pandy comes to say, Scottie McCLUE is here to stay. Listen to me from 9 till 10. Let's all listen. And have a gay day, says Jerry. Thank you, Jerry. Now stay here, be your own boss, says Suzanne. I think, says Suzanne. There's nothing on TV these days. I don't ever watch it. Total rubbish. I have got several TV channels, and for a pastime, I don't end up watching them. I end up scrolling through them. And there's usually nothing I end up watching. Need to get you back on the radio, says Mark. Hashtag Footie. Well, Mark, have you heard the chat tonight? Do we just do it on the internet and let the radio go its own way? I don't know what you think. Dinky Doo, Scottie, we have to pay the BBC a license fee to watch that rubbish on TV. Scotty, glad to see you again. Love the Scott FM shows. Do you know what happened to Fat Bob? I don't, Graham. I never heard any more. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
You're up, Bob.
There we go. We don't know who that is. Somebody very drunken. Peter Woods joined us. Good evening, Scotty. Good evening, Peter. I take it that's the Peter Wood. Yes, top Scottish accordionist. Top accordionist. Susan, we pay the license to pay for the people who have been sued by the BBC. So sued the BBC recently. There we are, says Jerry. I know what you mean, Jerry. You're live at Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Scotty's my second call.
Oh, Glenn.
Scotty.
Yes, love.
Alien life forms again, innit?
Is what, lad?
I think we're getting aliens on now, aren't we, these stupid idiots?
We had a half-witted alien on there, but he was obviously very drunk.
Definitely.
Very drunk, so he's away doing the Swanee. I take it you didn't hear too much.
Yeah.
Glenn.
I'd just like to wish Boris all my condolences anyway.
Yes, condolences to Boris. Absolutely. He's just lost his mother. And that's a tough one for anyone. 21 years since I lost mine yesterday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always a tough one because we've only got one mother.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
You know, bless him. So there we go. But that's good of you, Glenn.
Regardless of what people think of what's going on and all that, he's a human being just like everybody else.
Of course he is. Of course he is. And he's a remarkably successful guy. I mean, you think he's been the mayor of London, he's been foreign secretary, and he's had another 2 or 3 top jobs in the government. I can't even remember them all. They were just for a few, just for a while. And then he's been a writer, a journalist for all the top papers. And then he's now Prime Minister. So you can't fault the lad from that point of view.
Definitely not. Everybody's got the opportunity, haven't they? Just take it.
Yeah, you've just got to take it. You've got to take it when your moment arrives.
He's American, apparently, Scotty, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And he's also got Turkish bloodlines in him.
But nobody's pure English or Scottish or
No,
whatever.
never. There was a guy telling me he was pure English. Apparently, when he did a spit into a cup and had it examined in the lab, he was 65% Argentinian. There you go.
These people are just narrow-minded, Scotty, aren't they?
You see, I think what worries people about being pure English is because the English are actually a mongrel race, because they've got the Normans, so a lot of French, the Romans, a lot of Italian, the Vikings, so a lot of Norwegian, you see?
Yeah,
and that panics them. But you see, I don't understand. And it makes me, well, it doesn't make me laugh because it's so sad now. But when we've got immigrants coming in and these people are going, why are they allowed in when they're not? We're pure English. I think, no, you're not.
Look at yourself and it personally.
The only thing I think that's really, really sought after is either being a Scot or a Yorkshireman.
Yeah, do you think so?
Oh, aye. Ever did love to be a Yorkshireman. I'm the only honorary Yorkshireman in the world.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Honorary.
That's a big compliment to us both, to you and to us.
You know, I used to tell my Yorkshire friends, I would say, you're great quality, you guys, you know. And then one night, one of them had had a few beers. He gives us a big hug. He says, that's quality, Scotty.
I loved it when they used to say, that McCLUE.
McCLUE.
Yeah.
That McCLUE, they want to get him off that, you know. Shocking. He's only got one opinion, that's his own.
That's his own. Brilliant. They were, like I said, they were best days, weren't they?
Fantastic.
They'll still come back anyway.
They'll come back. I'll tell the Glenn, they'll come back.
Scotty, what's this week radio offer then?
Well, no, 2 offers since we started this 2 weeks.
Are you more comfortable on YouTube and all formats then?
I think we're better. I think we're better on here. TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn has just joined us last night.
Yeah.
We've got about 10,000 on that.
Why is it if it's not broke, don't fix it?
If it ain't broke, don't fix it, as one of the bosses said. And they didn't listen to him. Some idiot got rid of it. It was interesting. Apparently, they were all in a program meeting and they discussed all the programs and said, well, if you like to change this and you like to change that. And then the chairman was sitting there, and they got to Scottie McCLUE. What do we do with Scottie at night? Said, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
I mean, if you could bottle you up, though, put you all over the world, which you are now, anyway.
Well, we're all over the world right now, Glenn. We are international.
I'm just, like I said, it was brilliant to have you back when I first found you on Nations Radio and through internet.
You're amazing. I don't know how you did that. You're a very clever man.
I've got to find you. Us fans have got to find you, aren't we?
You've got to stick with what you like, I always say.
Exactly.
It's not the end of the world.
Would you come back on TV then?
Yeah, we'll do a bit more television once we get going. Let's get this built up first.
An audience with Scottie.
Yeah, audience with Scottie McCLUE.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Get Nicky Campbell back.
Yeah, fantastic.
Have you had any reunions with?
No, not for a while, actually, to be honest with you. We used to have these wonderful nights at Century when we invited the audience.
Yeah.
And they were massive. Massive. Do you know what I mean? You couldn't get round everybody. That's problem.
You filled London Palladium easily.
We'll fill that. Hey, we might do a bit of that yet, you know.
You'd fill Rome, definitely.
We might do a bit of that. I'm going to have to go, or we'll get shot down, you and I. They'll say, oh, it's all that. It's all him and that Yorkshireman and that Scottie McCLUE. That's it, really. That's whole phone in. It's always a privilege to talk to thee, la.
And to you, Scottie.
And dinky do.
Dinky do. Take it easy, big man.
Love that.
Love that.
Love thee. Love thee, la. There we are. That's our Glenn. What a top man. You're allowed 2 calls a night. So there we go. Was he not the Mayor of London? Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Suzanne. Yes. Good morning, Scottie. From Australia, Dinky Doo, says Frank. There we are. How fantastic is this? Our TikTokers, Yorkshire should become independent like Scotland. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that? Hello?
Hello there.
Who's that?
It's Jerry.
Jerry. Lovely.
Yeah,
I just need a first name, Jerry. I don't need to know any detail. I just need a handle for you.
That's the handle for tonight.
The handle for tonight. So what we need when callers come on, they just need to say, Scottie, it's Jimmy, it's Jerry, it's Mary, it's Anne, you know, and that'll do me.
Good.
Lovely that, isn't it?
The question is tonight?
The question is, well, so many questions tonight. Jerry, I've got something for you.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
Now, old firm games usually end up with a bit of trouble somewhat, don't they? There's always a bit of trouble. And they say, well, you see, it goes back, it's religious. Now, 2 things, as we said before, for starters, Celtic and Rangers both are born out of exactly the same religion, right? Christian. So I think, just to prove how religious it is, what we should do at an Old Firm derby is it starts with both a divine Presbyterian service and a mass, right? Now, you can't go into the ground after the service has started, so you would need to attend either one or both. Right? So it starts off, so somebody says, yeah, kickoff's 2 o'clock, 1 o'clock for the mass. And you can't get into the ground after the service has started, okay? So then they have to go through, and then we'll see just how religious it is.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a very good test, and you could have an ecumenical part of the service.
Sounds good, yeah.
You know, when the Archbishop says, we're joined by all our lovely brethren, the breakaways, you know, and then we all sing an old Scottish hymn, you know, faith of our fathers, seek ye first the kingdom of God, the Lord's my shepherd, something like that. And then football starts.
And then you think the fight after that?
Well, after it, they think, hang on a minute, why would we want to? We've just had all that lovely service. Then we'd see how devout their Catholicism and their Presbyterianism is. Yes.
That's it.
Here's a lovely one here. What about this? On TikTok, they need to bring back the mighty third Lanark. Glasgow needs a third force again. I love it.
That's a long time ago, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a guy. Well, there it's live right on TikTok from Andrew.
Aye.
And there's Joe right now goes, what a terrible idea. I presume he's talking about what I've just said. Well, hello again. Greetings from Holland.
He's from Holland.
Holland, yeah. So I'm going to say to my Dutch friends, come into huis wilt je een kopje thee hebben? I'm wearing mijn klompen.
Oh, well, you better watch what you're saying.
I've just spoken a bit of Dutch there, too. Schweerd.
Well, the question from me tonight.
Yes.
What's the preference on the new stations which has come up recently in television and also radio? What do you prefer? Or what do you listen to most?
What do I listen to? Well, you see, radio is my thing, actually, but I started and trained and succeeded in television. But the job came up in the radio, so I just took it because I didn't need to put my suit on every night.
But what's the station you would put on first thing in the morning for a news?
In the morning, if I'm absolutely honest with you, I have BBC Radio 4's Today on in the morning.
No, right. So it's not Radio Scotland.
No, I have Radio 4 Today because I need to know what's going on generally across the country. But to be honest with you, so much of official news, so-called, has been has been pandemic stuff. For the last 2 years. So everybody's actually getting a bit pandemic weary. That's why I don't discuss it on any of my shows.
Yeah. Now, have you been listening to the news station on GB News?
GB News, yes, I have. And I sent Andrew Neil many congratulations when it opened. You can see it live on TikTok and YouTube in the videos. And you'll see my good wishes going out to Andrew and the team. But I think Andrew's now resigned as the chairman.
That's right.
And then they had Nigel Farage.
Enjoy him.
Now, whatever you think of Nigel Farage's politics, the man's an exceptionally good broadcaster, I think.
That is, yeah.
You see?
Are you enjoying his program?
Yes, I am. I do enjoy his program, and I like the way that he has people on who don't necessarily agree with him.
That's it. Now, I was watching over the weekend a guy by the name of Mark Dolan, a good broadcaster, but he had a really good program on 9/11.
Yeah.
And right into depth. It was on, it must have been repeated late Saturday and Sunday, but really, really good. And then I caught a couple of glimpses of him. But that's the guy you look out for, Mark Dolan.
Mark Dolan.
Mark comes over well.
Yep, I'll have a look at that because I'm always on the lookout for good broadcasters. And as we develop the phone in here, what we might do, Jerry, is just get one or two well-known characters who we all like to ring us in.
Aye, good.
You know, if you go on YouTube, you'll hear Scottie McCLUE talks to David Heyman. And I was watching David tonight in Harris and Lewis.
Yeah, I've heard your interview.
You know, you've heard that one. And he's an exceptional actor and a very nice man and a very interesting man.
Last week you mentioned Emma Thompson.
Emma Thompson, yes, wonderful.
I've met her doing a film over here in the north side of the city, a number of years ago, with Robert Carlyle.
Yes, Bobby Carlyle, yep.
Brilliant. She is just absolutely.
Well, you see, Emma was brought up, you know, in a showbiz family. Emma's mother is Phillida Law. And Phillida Law, you'll see, did you ever see Beatrix Potter's Miss Potter?
Yeah.
Yeah, where she played the mother of Mr. Warren.
Oh, right.
And Mr. Warren's sister. So Beatrix and Mr. Warren's sister got on very well. And Mr. Warren's mother was Phillida Law, and that's Emma Thompson's mother, as far as I remember.
Well, the story went that when they were filming across the road at the place where my daughter and her friends were shouting while they were filming. What was the movie she was in? She grew the nose.
Yeah. Oh yes, was that Nanny McPhee?
Nanny McPhee, that's it. And they were shouting this while they were filming. So she sent her car over, and the guy spoke to me and he says, "Listen, is that your kids?" I says, "No." I says, "One." He says, "No, Emma has invited them over to the set because we can't film because they're shouting in the background." So we went over and met them.
Isn't that lovely?
Absolutely brilliant. And then that was at 10 o'clock in the morning. Do you know, at 9 o'clock at night, she was still there signing autographs.
Yeah. Lovely, lovely people. They're the genuine article, and that's why they're so successful. Do you remember Tutti Frutti?
Aye, brilliant.
Tutti Frutti. Now,
Brilliant.
Do you remember on Nation Radio, we used to have the lovely accordionist Linda?
Right.
Linda
Yep.
was from Tutti Frutti.
Was she?
Yeah, she was the accordionist on Tutti Frutti.
Was Eddie Reader in that? No, that was another one.
No, that was another one. No, it was Emma Thompson, Robbie Coltrane, Richard Wilson played the agent Eddie Clockerty.
Mr. Clockerty. Mr. Clockerty.
Hello, it's Eddie. Eddie here. Eddie Clockerty.
Janice, she would shout, "Mr. Clockerty, I'm going to get lost."
I love these characters.
I've got it DVD.
Jerry, I'm going to have to dash, but a joy to hear from you. And
brilliant.
Dinky do, sir.
Dinky do.
Dinky do, our Jerry. There's our Jerry on for the chat. How amazing is that? Fantastic. Hello, everybody, says Kareem. Should single mothers pay a double bed tax? Oh, Professor Numpteed. Kareem Glenn was the first on the phones tonight. I'm sure Emma Thompson has a holiday home. So there we are. In Argyll, spent the lockdown over here. Well, who knows? Everybody's got to their life. Holy moly, dinky do it, Scottie McCLUE. Dinky do, everybody. Lovely to have you with us. Thank you for joining us on the TikTok. Absolutely incredible tonight. Guys, we've got about another 18 minutes of the phone in. Feel free to get to the telephones. I'll give you some more chat. There we are. What have we got here? Look at all that stuff for you. Oh, what about this? There we are. Something coming up here. Live phone in, guys. You get it there with YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, and LinkedIn. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scotty. It's Kareem. How you
Kareem,
doing?
what a joy.
Hello.
Now, you got beaten to the post tonight.
I deliberately didn't phone first.
Uh-huh.
I've had a lot of my combi boiler started to leak.
Oh, no.
There was a wee accident in the house, in my new house.
Oh, no.
So I've had not a very good day. Just
not a good day. Will you be able to get some insurance on it?
Well, my neighbour's a gas engineer and he came in and he had a look at it. So it stopped leaking for now. There is a damp patch on my ceiling.
Right.
But I'll paint over that in the coming weeks.
Let it dry up.
I'm going to get the part and fit it.
Good. I'm sorry to hear that, Kareem. No, when these things go wrong, it's a bit of a nightmare.
Yeah. I'm kind of glad it's happened now and not in the midst of the winter because I don't have any hot water or heating on at the moment, so it's not too bad. So it's okay.
Kareem, give me a little bit of advice here. You know the big phone-ins are to be Friday, Saturday.
Yes.
Well, I'm just wondering, should we keep the pop-ups going during the week, do you think?
I think the pop-ups are good. I think it gives maybe not your regulars a chance to get on, and maybe it's the other way around. When it's the weekend, you've got a lot of people up that are staying up later, they're having a little drink. There's Scotty, let's give wee Scotty a phone. But I think there's a lot of people, Scotty, that just like to listen to you in the background.
Sometimes you get this. I remember saying to somebody about phone calls, and he said, don't worry, don't think because people don't phone, they're not listening. He said, people just like the chat.
There's a lot of shy people. And I mean, like, normally when I call you
first. I've now put you on the big screen on the TV, and I just enjoy listening to everybody talking, and then I'll read the comments, and it's just nice to relax and unwind. So
yeah, just chill. And I've said this to people about the YouTube channel. If you don't want to watch my YouTubes, put them on and walk away and do your housework and listen through your speakers.
have them on the background.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
because you can do all that now. You know yourself, Kareem, and the youngsters have all got them. These portable speakers, you can do it on your phone. You can have it booming out.
Yeah, and even in their earbuds, or there's so many ways now. With
Pop your earbuds in and just walk away and get on with your hoovering.
Yes, but I think you've got the times right, Scottie. Like during the week, I think if it was later, I think people will be going to their bed.
Folk are going to their beds nowadays, Kareem. Folk are working too hard. Folk are up early in the morning. You'll probably be up at 5, 6 in the morning. You know, I'm usually up by 6, and sometimes we do a broadcast on TikTok in the mornings.
Wow, right, okay.
You know, so we've had what we call the early bird.
Yes.
And sometimes it's mobbed because you've got America going to bed late.
Yes, and they'll be all tuning in.
Yeah, so they come on. So at 6 in the morning, you get America going, Scottie, what are you doing? It's 3 in the morning. Well, I've just gone to my bed.
That's fantastic. But no, I think you've got the times right as well. And I think you've got a lot of people contributing. And yep, it's going well. It will grow and it will continue to grow.
It will grow, Kareem, and I'll tell you for why. I think we've got to just keep the faith. But I'll tell you for why, because for some strange reason, we're attracting the intelligentsia. So we're getting a good, proper chat rather than just some halfway, you know, phoning up and shouting down the phone. You know, we get maybe a couple of drunks a night.
Yes.
You know, but so
I
what?
think you're always going to get that, Scottie.
Yeah.
You're always going to get the idiots that come on and, listen to my voice, and they're shouting, cursing, whatever.
Well, you see, the problem with these people is they don't have the confidence to handle, they're not mature enough in their mind to handle the live stream. You see, now I've noticed that you always were, but you're very much at home on the phone in.
Oh, thank you. I remember my first time phoning you, Scottie, and I think I said to you, I'm actually a wee bit nervous. And
yes.
You said, don't be, and from then on,
no, don't be, because you're only talking to me, so it doesn't matter. You know, and the rest of the world, of course.
Listen, I know a lot of people are listening, and and I do think we give a lot of people a lot of good advice, a lot of hope, something to look forward to. There's people, as you've spoke before, people suffer depression. I just think the show covers so many topics, so many people can bring anything up, and it will relate to somebody out there. Something will always relate to something. Yes. And it's really nice. It's heartwarming.
It's just what we need. It's tremendous, Kareem. And I'm just so chuffed. I couldn't believe, I mean, obviously you're taking a chance just throwing something like this up, and the phones started going right away.
Yeah. And it will continue to grow, Scottie. With holidays coming up as well, people being off. And there's so much that I think, actually well done to you, Scottie, as well, because a man, and I'm not saying you're elderly, but a man, a lot of people your age would be put off with technology, and I don't know how you do it, because you know more than me setting all these things up.
Kareem, I love the technology. I just wish, I had another 40 years in me with it. I just love the technology. I mean, I ask my public to forgive me for the fact that I'm knocking on a wee bit now. But, I just love the technology, and I think we might as well take advantage of it.
Scottie, you don't look elderly at all. I think you look very young for your age, and there'll be plenty more years to come.
Plenty more years.
Just think what the technology will be within the next 5 to 10 years.
Oh, tremendous. We'll soon be able to just shout out the window.
It'll be holograms coming up into your living room, or, just all these things.
It's wonderful.
You can tell the phones just now, not to name the make, but the flip phones now, you can have it as a phone or open it up like a wee mini iPad.
Yes. Yes, I mean, all that's going to just absolutely blossom. And as I said to you, you've maybe heard me say this before, but as I say to some of the mainstream television and radio companies when they go, well, we tend to concentrate on our core business, I say, well, start getting into all the technology. Otherwise, someday you'll wake up and your core business won't be there.
Yeah.
The technology will just have trounced it, just swallowed it up. I mean, already the youngsters, why would they want to listen to a radio presenter when they can get their own music off there and mix it off their sites,
Absolutely.
See, we're offering something different, Kareem. No radio station's offering what Scottie McClue's phone-in's offering the people right now. No television station is doing this either. And I have mentioned a couple of times, I think 1 hour on a Friday night on a mainstream television station, live, take the calls, do what we're doing right now.
Yeah. I think that would be very interesting. And I think you'd have a lot of interesting characters as well, and it'd be a newer generation, new people coming in.
Yes.
But I have my fingers crossed. That would be very good.
But remember, Kareem, you were there right at the start.
And I'll be there to the end, Scottie. Absolutely.
Bless you. And dinky do, sir.
Speak to you tomorrow. Have a good
I
night.
hope so.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Kareem. Tarala. There we are. What a fine fellow. That's our Kareem. Amazing. Used to call on Nation Radio. Wonderful stuff. There we go. Now, what do we got? Age is just a number, Scottie. Absolutely, Angela. Thank you very much. I love you. Trump will be back in 2024 and will shock the world. Biggest political comeback ever. I actually believe there's a lot of truth in that. I think the Donald will be back with us soon. Definitely. Who have we got here? Lots and lots of beautiful people. Trump, how are you, my friend? Scottie Cligster, lovely to have you with us. What happened to the checkered bonnet? Do you mean this one, Angela? The checkered bonnet is here. It is with us. It is well. Scottie McClue, dinky-doo. And a spare badge at the back in case the other one breaks down. Scottie McClue says dinky-doo to you. How fantastic is that? And we'll get the merch out there once we grow. Right, let's see what you lot are saying on the chat. Glenn was first on the phones tonight. There we are. Dinky-doo, the new Scottie. Eddie Doyle down in Newmarket. How lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome, I say. Dinky-doo. Watching while restringing my guitar for a gig on Saturday, says Neil. Quite a boring job, but it helps when watching your good self. It's never boring, Neil. It's just that you know what needs to be done. It's a great skill. Suzanne, yes, absolutely. Yes, the pop-up's coming. There's nothing on TV or radio. I'd be lost without you now, Scottie. Suzanne, you're such an angel. You should come on for a wee chat. Is that right, Jerry? Nice. Lovely person, Emma Thompson, yes, down to earth. When in the city of Glasgow. She speaks Glaswegian. Oops, Kareem, elderly. Oh, Scottie. No, I know elderly me. I think it's the beard. I'm only 28. I just did a very tough paper round. She talks highly of her mum and sister, and the question is, so there we are. Fantastic. Well, we're not going to all that, Jerry. People's private business. So that's that. Good night, Suzanne, says the wonderful Susan Shaw. Yes, we've got another 5 minutes, everybody. What have we got here? Follow us on TikTok, guys. Cligster says, Scottie, love our little chats. How are you, my man? I'm sorry I wasn't here. I went to see my nan. Cligster, you're a poet. We love you going to see your nan. That's probably even more important than watching Scottie McClue. And very few things are. But if it's to do with your nan, your ma, your da, Trump 2024. There we are. Caught you later tonight. Good show. Colalio, I thank you. Do you support the Thistle, Scottie? When you say the Thistle, do you mean the Thistle of Scotland? Do you mean this Thistle here behind me, if I move? That Thistle? Or do you mean the Partick Thistle? Because I remember going to see Partick Thistle play one day, and I said to a policeman, I said, how do I get to Fir Hill from here? He said, just follow the crowd. I ended up in the superstore at Summerston. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Oh, Mr. Nobody. Somebody a wee bit uncertain, trying out the line. Probably a radio station, trying to see if the lines are jammed. There we are. Dinky do. Thank you, Jerry. There we are. Fantastic. Do you watch Grand Design? No, I haven't actually. Dinky do says scenic music. So there we are. Did Boris lose his mother today? Did Coelho? Yes, bless him. And because he's very close to his mother. And we only get one mother. It's so important. There we are. Whose nickname is the Jags? Coelho. That would be the Partick Thistle. Everywhere we go, everywhere we go, people want to know. There we are. Fantastic. Lovely to have you with us. That's what it's all about. Night, night, Susan. Sleep well. So, Suzanne, good night, Susan. Indeed. Now, that's that stuff, right? We'll not say that one. Thank you very much. Okay. Now, who's the handsome chap behind you, Brad? The handsome chap behind me. You'll have to guess. That's Lord Reith the Labrador. And he is handsome. There we are. Brad, you mustn't assume everybody has your lifestyle. That's what I tell you. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie. It's me, myself.
Ah, Professor Numpty. Where have you been tonight?
I've been sitting listening to the show.
What do you think? Are you enjoying it?
Absolutely. The phone lines have been buzzing all night. You know, I didn't want to interrupt the stream.
Phones are busy tonight. Dinky do.
Aye. Now, did you read my message earlier about the transmitter in North Yorkshire? I believe it was hit by lightning.
Is that right?
6 weeks ago.
Oh, is that right? I
And
didn't know about that.
And everybody in North Yorkshire lost their television and their FM radios.
Oh, my goodness me.
See, where I am, Scotty, I get all the different regional news. I get the Time Teas, I get the Border.
Clever man.
Canada,
Yes, you will.
TV.
You'll get the lot down there because you're right on the cusp. And in fact, Border Television, I think, were big in Eyemouth.
Well, absolutely, because it's a part of the Borders. But, you know, Carlisle shut down and they now bring you the television news for the what do you call it?
Yeah, but I think they've got a base. They've got a base in Carlisle, the hub.
Aye, but it's the Time Teas newscasters that does the Border news.
Is it?
Aye, they must
Right.
be recorded, Scotty.
Ah, right. Excellent stuff. Well, we used to, Border was a big station. It was a great station, that.
But it changed a few years ago, Scotty.
Yeah. It's gone now. The building's gone at Harraby Hill.
But they've kept the name, Scotty. You still get Border news.
ITV
you know?
Border News. Very good. It's a lovely part of the world down there. Lovely
Oh,
part. This whole country, Numpty Head, as you know, is so beautiful.
Absolutely. Now, that transmitter, it was on the news just the other week there, that had been broken down for 4 weeks and there were still 100,000 people without their telly or their FM radio.
Oh, for goodness sake.
They had to put up a temporary in.
Oh, my goodness. Listen, Numpty Head, I'm going to have to go. We're running out of time.
Absolutely, Scotty.
A dinky do la la. Right, we are. That's our Numpty Head. Now, I'm going to have to say cheerio to our TikTokers. God bless you. Thank you for joining us. And dinky do, Persia is stunning. Absolutely. Wonderful. There's the TikTokers. Fantastic. You're live on Scottie McCLUE. Oh, they've gone. Fantastic. They didn't manage to hang on. I'm very late. Nice seeing you, Dee. Lovely seeing you always. There we go. Fantastic. Now, lots of stuff like that. Right. Jerry, can we not be going into all that? I ask you. What an incredible night tonight. Fantastic. And it's been wonderful to be with you on the TikTok. Whoop. Hang on. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. Right. We'll see who this is. Last call. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that?
Matthew.
Sorry?
Matthew.
Oh, thank you very much. Very kind of you. There we are. Dinky do. Right. We have to dash, guys. That's us. We are out of time. What a fantastic program. Now, Here's how it's going to be working. We shall pop up live Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 9 until 10. Then at the weekends, Friday, Saturday, 10 o'clock sharp. And we are live, of course, on Twitch and on YouTube and on Facebook. Good after dash. We're out of time. Good night. God bless. Think you do. And ta-ra, laws.